Welcome to another video from My German Recipes. As you can see, I have pretzeled up, which means Oktoberfest is not too far, and I will start a series of Oktoberfest themed videos. So today's recipe is going to be pretzel bite muffins. So my ingredients today are 400 grams of flour, 200 milliliters of warm water, a package of yeast, a little bit of sugar, just a little bit, 50 grams of soft butter, obviously I put this in the microwave, a teaspoon of salt, 50 grams of soda and some coarse salt. And I'll need some water. It is 1.75 liters of water, about 8 cups. Okay, and I will start with the yeast and the sugar. So I put a little bit of sugar in here just to boost the yeast a little. And sprinkle this on top. And I let this stand for a little bit, and then I will use my spoon and stir it a little bit. Okay, I'll give it a little stir now here. And set it aside. So, and I'm already using the flour. I put it into my large bowl and make some space for the other ingredients, and I use my teaspoon of salt on the very outer area of my flour. As I mentioned in other videos, yeast and salt are not working well together, so I don't want them to touch too early. I also add the butter already. And let's take a look at the yeast. Yeah, it's foaming quite nicely. So I will add this in the middle. And now I will knead this for at least 5 minutes. Yes, now you can see that the dough is not sticking to the bowl anymore, which shows me that it's definitely ready. And I give it a short knead by hand. Okay, and now I put it back into my bowl here and cover it with a damp towel. And because this is Texas and it's summer, I will just place it on the patio so the dough can rest and rise. If you live in a colder area, you can definitely use your oven if it has a proofing setting or at a different warm place in your house. So, and my dough has, I would say, doubled its size, and I will now carefully take it out of my bowl. And I'll give it a short knead with my hands. Okay, so I shaped kind of a sphere, and now I want to divide this into 12 portions. Okay, and if you have watched my video with the rolls, you probably know this already. I make a hollow hand and I'll shape these dough pieces into a round shape by just moving them in a circular movement on this surface. And then I put this aside and use the next one. And I do this with all 12 dough pieces, and then I let them rest for 10 to 20 minutes. All right, and while they are resting for another 15 to 20 minutes, I will cover them a little bit. And during that time, I'm preparing two more things. I bring water to a, let's say, near boil, and I also preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius, which is 390 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, now 20 minutes have passed. The dough has rested, and I brought water slightly to a boil. Still a little bit too much boiling. I'll turn it down a little more, like this. And now I'm adding the soda. Okay. And one after another, I put these in for about 30 seconds. And after roughly 15 seconds, I will turn this one over to the other side. There we go. And now I take it out. And I put it in one of these prepared muffin forms. Now take the next one, and I'll continue to do this with all of my pieces. In my next step, I'm going to cut an X into each of these muffins. And you can use a sharp knife for that. I use this tool. And now I'll put some coarse salt, coarser quartz, how do you say that, on these muffins. And I'm not overdoing it because it can get too salty. You don't want that. And the preheated oven has reached the temperature. I will bake this now for about 20 minutes or until it has the color that I wanted to have as a pretzel muffin. So, and here are the finished Oktoberfest Pretzel muffins. I hope you like this recipe. Please give me a thumbs up if you do, and thank you for watching.